From this book, now I hate giants. From this book, Who's Really Blues, this is the title ramble, Who's Really Blues. How do we know the real Robert Johnson met the real devil at the real crossroads? Just 'cause he says so. And his blues intone scripture for the 21st century. All them years of practice have not been able to get that old black magic out of his guitar till he convenes a dark spirit where the Africans still meet with Elegba, Eshu. Now, this story accompanies his song in legend and anecdote. Yet, we don't know what's real here except for our response to the sound of the hellhound on his trail. Hey, leap that broom, bro. Who's dusting home and with what implementation to Rolling Stones raking Grand Theft Bucks waiting at the station for the teeny boppers who are still trying to get round that block? Now, if he did sing his way into her drawers, was it her old man or the devil his own self put the poison in the whiskey, leaving us with 29 songs expanding through the sonic world, recorded on flat black disc in Texas? Honey Hush in Hazelhurst now. Do the children of the slaves get down with the children of the slaveholders? And what happened to them Chickasaws didn't get to Oklahoma, we only know about because that fabulous Faulkner in Oxford had to write his obsession down for the sake of the little sanity left him as bottle after bottle accompanied his rambling through the real history of his land others were so busy forgetting or trying to run away from. As if the conjured hellhounds lurched and lunged around for Elmore and Muddy, Eric and Mick to get frisky with. And some they tried to capture his spirit on a U.S. postage stamp like he was a Malcolm X or some transporting Pan-Africanist spirit best displayed as still and stiller and stiller than that. In fact, stone cold dead in the market, child. These Delta blues, too hot for the kitchen, yet cooking still. BB, Sonny Boy, Albert, maybe howling wolves making the sound God and the devil play poker to and both lay claim to own. Who's really a blues? Huh? I'm going to read an excerpt from something, and when people get tired of saying, okay, that's too much, they will give me the hook. But
QR, I'll never give you the hook. I love you, man.
Well, we got to figure this out somehow. Okay, well, this is an excerpt from something called Even on the Edges, Things Could Get Worse. Yeah. Anyhow, the intelligence life is part of, more. Cosmic dust forces beyond imagination, commingling with ethereal matrices, chaos beyond algorithm, us a mandala dancing in a hologram, manifold, mandrill, mandolin, mantras, mantan, Mandela, manos y manos, tomatoes, magnificent at times, canary yellows, singing pedals, smoking, bro. Bourbon vermilions to each and every chartreuse on the rocks, spangled, sunflowering, golden, and umbra, Mexicali roses. Every day, Jack Emerald fields far as I see, and Randy's blues, midnights, and indigo, Prussians, ultramarines, electric and cobalts, cerulean, robin's egg before the scramble, honking melodies at some horizon. These little feet are running to slanting and slithering, shimmer, eyes of Google, shimmy sham, bop doobie diddy bop wop, the way you do the things you do, bravado, bare-fisted with a chest to the wind, a figure of speeches orchestrating this stumbling slam-bang stampede, blessing us with sounds of the ages, tracks beyond number.
Woo!
This is a poem from a long time ago, which is just as apt today as when I first wrote it. For those who didn't make it this winter, whose bones were left in a pile of long waits, washed away in a rain of official acids, whose eyes roll like minstrels sick with St. Vitus dance and electronic furies that tap into brain cells and nuts. For those who didn't make it this winter, who choked vomiting jagged alphabets of steel and cindered kidneys, swallowing gorges of white heat, who violated the Iron Maiden's penetrating questions, looked the Grand Inquisitor right between his wise, then shit on the floor of the Palace of the Golden Skulls. For those who didn't make it this winter, who waited alone in frayed trousers, shot up with the Gibbons diatribes in alleys of narrow metals, whose eyes saw only indivisibly frozen stiff, whose hearts were tuned for further researches, whose family trees were bent over to receive the detectives' probings. For those who didn't make it this winter, great screaming the time of pain has come again to warn the others as stilts were screwed where legs used to be, multimedia infusions were there, jammed into their arteries. They heard the call of all of their fathers ever, for those who didn't make it, their mothers, brothers, sisters, for those who didn't make it this winter, for those and for us. Babylon must fall.
Oh yeah. More.
I'm going to do one more little one, and then Kirk and I are going to be getting down with the work that he put together, Kirk Lumpkin right there. And this is a quickie. What's the point of using an arachnid anyhow? So tiny, if I had used red ink, that is, if the electric typewriter cartridge did its spray job on the page in the color of blood like the writer thinks, this minuscule eight-legged mover would have been a period wandering mistakes all over the paper. The writer watched it scoot and said, "There's another living reason most punctuation just gets in the way." Thinks about ending his first novel But the black widow, though.